I needed your advice on my cash flow.
How much money we talking about?
Wednesday.
Andre came at me last night. Seems to have in his head that we a problem that need to be dealt with.
Cooperation means a lot.
Someone's talking.
We gotta be smarter to protect ourselves.
Hey!
Everything all right?
Fine.
Snowfall.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, it's your homie FuturisticMike, and I'm back with another Snowfall video if you're new. Now, this is going to be the recap for Snowfall Season 3, Episode 2. If you're a fan of Snowfall, if you love Snowfall, hit the like on this video. If you're new to my channel and this is the first time you're finding me, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so when I post videos on Snowfall, you get them. Now, the title to this episode is The More You Make. Synopsis for this episode is, faced with mounting problems on the street, Franklin pivots his business model. Andre investigates a murder connected to Franklin's family. Teddy uses Gustavo to help broker a new deal in Mexico, then receives a surprise visitor upon returning home. Now, if you guys remember in episode 1, Louie came back looking distraught. She looked really messed up. So episode 2 opens with police investigating a death. We find Claudia in her bathtub and she's dead. Sergeant Wright and a few officers set up on Louie and take her in for police questioning. They think Louie had something to do with it. In the previous episode, Officer Andre Wright came at Franklin to let him know it's war between them. He let him know straight up that, you know, if you're gonna keep dealing crack and cocaine or whatever, it's gonna be war between us, period. He let it be known that he'll take his crew down. Franklin and Leon discuss Andre's encounter right before a drop with Manboy. In the meetup, Franklin recalls a food fight in their younger days that turned into a riot back in high school. He used an analogy to help the newly allied dealer connect, so they were kind of connecting with each other, basically telling him not to get involved in the mess of dealing. He's been watching everything for a while, and he knows how everything operates. Franklin and his crew have to be careful. Back at the station, the evidence against Auntie Louie is circumstantial at best. So Andre Wright requests to try to shake Louie and see what happens. He tries to flip her with cooperation. He tries to bluff her, but it fails. It seriously fails. Just in time, her lawyer and Franklin come to her rescue. The sergeant isn't really happy with Andre Wright because he's playing detective on a case he's emotionally connected to. You know, he doesn't really have any business on this case. We see Franklin meet with Javi. He needs advice on the cash flow. He wanted to know more about offshore bank accounts. Javi will return with the information, but warns Franklin not to get greedy and to keep the advantage. Franklin decides to change how he conducts business and attempts to execute the new plan. This relationship between Franklin and Javi is interesting because in the very first season, Franklin was coming to him for product, and now Franklin is going to Teddy for product. And it seems like Javi is almost trying to get advice from Franklin. It's like the complete opposite. Because when the show first started, Franklin needed all the advice from Javi he possibly could get. You know, he was new in the drug game. He needed to know things. But now it seems like he knows everything, and Javi sees the growth in Franklin. Now, Reed and Gustavo visit Lucia's family farm, and they're greeted at gunpoint by Lucia's mother. In their dealings, she is annoyed by Reed and asks for Gustavo to return for a follow-up without Reed. Gustavo returns without Reed to make the deal with Lucia's family, so now we see that Gustavo is going to be working with Lucia's family, and it's just crazy because where is Lucia at this point? We want to know where she disappeared to. Now, DEA agent Lorena meets with her superior to let him know someone is talking on their side because Reed's connects already knew she was DEA. Reed's superior, Jules, tracks him down as their activities were disrupted. They must use a new route going through Costa Rica, but first they must meet with the new contact. It's interesting to see Reed working with Lorena, but I just have a feeling this is gonna end bad. There's no way they're gonna keep working together. Now, Franklin tries to go see Melody, but Sergeant Wright answers. This leads Officer Wright to kind of go crazy on Franklin, but Franklin's father is on the porch observing. He asks, is everything all right? Now the two stare off and they reply, fine. But Franklin's father is no dummy. He knows that there's some tension between Franklin and Andre Wright. Now Franklin and Leon meet with Manboy after he moved the first batch. Franklin offers him a new deal. They sell cocaine directly to him and Manboy rocks it up and distributes it. Taking the pressure off them, their advantage is pure product at basement prices, only selling to dealers who can afford to buy weight. The future goal is to deal with only a few high-level customers, further insulting themselves. So this is the plan, the long-term goal, you know, because if you rock it up and you sell it piece by piece, 20 bag by 40 bag and stuff like that, chances are you're gonna get hemmed up and you're gonna get caught. So they only want to deal with a few high-level customers that's gonna pay in large amounts of cash. That way they're profiting that way, and they only have to deal with a few people. And I think that's a really smart idea. I think that's smart. Franklin is actually using his head because Andre Wright is on him. He really wants to take him down. You know, Franklin was already locked up before in season 2, at the end of season 2. So Franklin has to move carefully. So selling to a few people is definitely the best move, but who knows if his uncle or if Leon or anybody else is gonna agree to do this. But that's pretty much everything that happened in Snowfall season 3 episode 2. This was a very solid episode. I like this episode a lot. You know, every single episode in this show is fire. It's amazing. I love this show. John Singleton would be so proud of everybody involved in this show. I can't wait to watch the next episode, and I'm going to give you guys my recap on that. What do you guys think is going to happen next? Comment your theories, thoughts, predictions, everything down below. Now remember, y'all, I'm watching this like it's my first time. I've already seen season 3, but I've only seen it one time, like a whole year ago when it first came on TV, and I'm rewatching it right now, and then I'm doing my recaps. Because when it first aired, I was not doing YouTube videos back then. So now I'm finally doing my recaps on Snowfall season 3. I'm getting ready for season 4. But this was a solid episode. I got more recaps coming for y'all. Keep supporting your boy, and I'll be continuing to bring y'all Snowfall content in the future. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, and smash that notification bell so you can never miss a video. Let me get out of here, y'all. It's your boy FuturisticMike, and I'll talk to you on the next one. I'm out. Peace.